Good afternoon. This is Todd Colvin coming to you from the floor of the CME Group. We are talking metals and gold prices holding up surprisingly well, despite the fact that we saw a very narrow range after a very wide range last week. We saw about 40 bucks. Recall that we were down, we got tested those lows down near 1300 not too long ago, and then poof, we rally back up. Obviously a lot of fundamental news, but if you look at where we are right now, we're kind of between the dead center between the two major psychological support and resistance, 1300 and 1350. We're trading right around 1320 right now, hovering just below the 50-day moving average. So right now, as a technical perspective, we're still kind of in neutral. We're not yet seeing any bullish momentum, and certainly we're not looking at bearish momentum yet, unless we make another run down towards 1300 and just below that, the 200-day moving average. So right now, gold kind of hovering in the middle, waiting for something, sort of a catalyst event, perhaps. And if you look at the dollar, wasn't a whole lot of help today. The dollar was still also in wait-and-see mode as we talk about tariffs and we talk about economic data in the U.S. and we talk about fiscal spending and responsibility and all the other good stuff that comes with dollar discussions. And yeah, the dollar was a little bit lower, but nothing that would suggest cratering or trending or anything, really. The dollar was kind of a non-event today. So the dollar sort of holding its own, gold kind of sitting in the middle of the daily range, and then lo and behold, we talk about tariffs. Recall last week, the president said he would put tariffs on steel and aluminum, including to Mexico and to Canada, and that seemed to get everybody up in arms. I think what the president is really trying to do here is use some leverage to get some better deals, is what he campaigned on. So it shouldn't be a big surprise. But likewise, we are seeing some flight to safety in gold. I think that's what the elevated prices that we've seen have been all about. Likewise, if you do start adding tariffs, you start adding inflation and whatnot, and that's also going to benefit gold. So right now, gold prices are sort of waiting for some clarity. They will continue to see elevated prices. I don't know if we'll get all the way up to that top end of that range I talked about, 1350, but if things keep going the way they are, uncertainty will win and flight to quality will also benefit, and that's where you're going to be buying gold. It's defense, and you got to watch stocks. Stocks were up today, but stocks could be the other catalyst to causing gold buyers to come in if we start to see stocks falter again, but that wasn't today. So right now, gold's still hovering in neutral, waiting to see what the tariff talk / economic data gives us, because all that, when you throw all into a basket, you still have the Fed over here we haven't talked about, and that's another issue for another day. But right now, gold in neutral, waiting for clarity. This is Todd Colvin coming to you from the floor of the CME Group.